Evening all, Steve here at West Green. Yes, West Green, not Dixon or Dock Green, alright? He died, old Dixon. He got killed in the Blue Lamp, didn't he? Eh? They shot him. Eh? They did. And when that copper asked little Queenie, he says, Queenie, do you know what a murderer is? Best line in any film. She says, someone who gets hung. That's what she said. Funny line that, seeing as she was actually an American, but anyway, that's another story. Today I'm going to show you, I'm working on my Gresley A4, my Finney A4, but I thought I'd show you my rivet press. This I got from the Midland Railway Centre, but they seem to have, I don't know what happened to them, but they're not there. But apparently, I think, I was just looking at this, I think it's Metalsmiths sells them, same thing. And I got this, I was going to get a GW one, but seeing as I live in Australia, and he don't anyway, you couldn't get him because he doesn't accept credit cards, so that makes it problematic. Anyway, £62.50. God, this must be post-COVID. Sales at Metalsmiths, so they sell them if you want to know, and you get different angles for different what do I call it, size rivets. But I only want it for O gauge. So we'll have a go. So here, this is for the A4, and you can see, let's see if I can do this better. Hold on. So before we go on to this press, before I had that, I had this little device. Don't know if you've seen these, it's just a rod, it's sharpened at the end, and it's got a weight, and you can adjust the height. Let's give it a go, hold on. It doesn't make the best job. So I've got a scrap bit of what's it here. Don't know what that was from. Anyway. So I got a scrap bit of what's it. And this, as I said, I got this first. I got this a long time, it's got a weight on it. And using a bit of the gravity. So let's try and make a rivet. So you just drop it down. And you probably have to do this a couple of times because there's no indentation in the back. Like a guillotine, isn't it? Let them eat cake. I'll give 3 goes. Let's see if, oh, look at that. Trouble is, it deforms it pretty bad. Maybe it's a bit thick. Anyway, it didn't work. Hang on. I wonder how it will go on this, my press. Just hold on, I'll be back. So you can see, I'll just use that bit of press. There's the hole it's made in the back. You can see the rivet. So we'll try it on, I'll try it on this tender, not the tender, the foot plate. So I've got this piece here, this is for the drag beam. You really need good light though to do this, so put it in there. Just press down. They're pretty good. You can see the rivets. If you're careful, you might make a hole through it depending on how much you've got this adjusted. I'll show you how you adjust it in a second. So what I've got here, that's the side you put the rivets through, and I'll turn it over. I've done this. So there's my rivets. If you're not careful, you'll go through it, but kind of, well, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Paint will fill it anyway. So I've just done that, but I'll go back and show you a bit more on this. If you're building a lot of models, you really need one of these. So you've got this here. I've never used this because I've always used popping rivets out, which are sort of semi-etched. But if you wanted a straight line, you can get that far enough away and run your piece of brass along that, and that'll all be equidistant. You can take the anvil out, There's different size ones. So that pops out. I've only got one for 7mm. Above here, obviously it's just a spring-loaded thing. You've got this screw and a lock nut. So that's how you adjust the height. Obviously, if you put it right down, you could punch right through the brass. So a bit of trial and error, but that's it. That's it. Anyway, as I said, good tools you need. And I've got a lot of loco kits to build. And what's my toothbrush doing there? No, just kidding. Anyway, onwards and upwards, as they say, or I say. Evening all, or afternoon, or whatever time of day it is in your part of the world. It's afternoon here, 4:30. So, I did a video the other day. What's that? American screwdriver. Don't need that. I'm going to demonstrate to you. I showed you the other day about this. This is my resistance soldering unit, and I've started. So what I'm going to demonstrate is how easy it is to solder overlays of it. Do you need one to solder an overlay? No, we didn't have them 50 years ago, but we didn't have a lot of things 50 years ago. Probably didn't have airbrushes and stuff like that. So we did have phones with dials on there, and you press button A to get connected, or button B and you got your money back. I remember that. 4pence it cost, 4pence. Anyway, enough funny stuff. So let's go on and show you this overlay. So what I've got is part of the foot plate for the Finney A4. This is the drag beam. Oh. God, they're strong, these magnets. So that's the this must be ferrous metal. So I've got that just down on the earthing plate, and I've punched out the rivets. But what I'm going to do now is put this little drag beam overlay on. So, and I use solder paste. So I'll just put a bit of solder paste. Get a bit of snap, crackle and pop with this, I'll tell you. I've done this before. Then, so you lay this on top, and obviously it'll make a liar of me, because I normally get it on wonky, because I'm a wonky modeller. I might start up my own website, wonkymodelers.com. Do you like that? Who said that? Do you like that? So, that's interesting. The hole underneath's a bit bigger. But regardless, it fits just between these two openings there, so it's right, and it's level with the bottom. So it's not wonky at all, is it? Oh. Don't you hate it? Now, get my probe. Find the foot switch. Now, let's put it straight on there. And I've moved it. That's the good thing about this. I told you. Wonky modelling, son. There's too much wonkiness in the world today. That's the problem. That's my take on it. Right. So I'm going to press the foot switch. We should get a bit of snap, crackle and pop, if you know what I mean. My foot's off, I've got a lever on. Oh. I can see what happens is this solder paste, which is grey, when it melts, you get it goes silver. Blimey, I've got it turned up to 5. They electrocute people with less current than I'm using. Oh dear. Let's clean this up. Don't go moving, all right? And there you have it, Bach. There you bloody well have it. Just a lousy Welsh accent, isn't it, eh? I wonder if I can say, what's the name of that word? Llanfai Posh Gwyngyff Gogereth Drobolo Chantesilio Go. Something like that. I'll never make a Welshman. Anyway, that's it. So that's one of the uses for a one of these RSUs. So there you go. So I did this all my resistance soldering unit, my RSU. Anyway, so I've got two 6BA bolts on, nuts. Sorry, I put the bolts through, screwed it down. I just use the RSU, and I just use electrical solder because electrical solder is very strong. So then I bent that up, solder along the back. So far so good. That's it from me and Mr. Subramaniam. He wouldn't say resistance soldering unit, would he? What would he say? He'd go, Stevie boy is resistance soldering unit. Resist. A Scots bloke would say that too, wouldn't he? No, I don't know. Don't get me started on the Welsh. Oh dear, I think I'm mad. I am.